Welcome back to Universal Studios, everyone. Fresh off of Midsummer Scream weekend, we have some huge breaking news, huge Halloween Horror Nights announcements and updates. We're back at the park to fill you guys in. You know what's pretty cool? After like a million visits, we finally get to see Mario Lopez live. Access Hollywood right there. Over this entire weekend, we got 4 more announcements, Scare Zone announcements, and some sneak peeks and behind the scenes. Let's go and talk about them. Made it inside the park. Looks like another very busy day. It is a Wednesday, so I'm gonna say yes, very busy and very warm today. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys, this heat does not carry on into Halloween Horror Nights, September and October. We are literally just over a month away. Can you guys believe that? Check it out. This is the current lineup as of right now. This is what we know will be coming for sure to Halloween Horror Nights as confirmed by Universal Studios. So we already have 6 houses. We're still missing 2 more houses, the Tram and a show. With that being said, yes, very, very strong rumors that we personally have heard that the show will be coming to Waterworld. Obviously, construction would have started by now if this would have been a house, just like last year's Horrors of Blumhouse Chapter 2. Featuring the Black Phone and Freaky. Very curious to see what kind of show they're gonna put on here, because there's water, there's fire effects, stunt effects. They can incorporate a little bit of everything. What do you guys think it'll be? What would you guys like to see? It's gonna be really hard to guess until we get an official announcement, because we won't be able to see any kind of construction or preparation. If you guys did not know, like we said earlier, Midsummer Scream was actually this weekend, and Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights has a special panel every year where John Murdy, the creative director, actually makes announcements and goes behind the scenes. Sometimes he brings special guests. We did it last year, but this year we got invited as media. Midsummer Scream, thank you so much. So we got the privilege to see it all live. We were actually live here on YouTube. We made a whole video. If you guys like anything Halloween, I hope you do, because you're watching this video. Check out that video so you can see just how excited everyone was and their reactions to those House and Scare Zone announcements. Over here on New York Street, right across the Tower box office, we still have construction on the outside of this building. For the most part, I believe they're just doing renovations on the outside. We have to keep in mind that we had a very, very rainy, wet, and cold winter season this year and last year, which I think explains a lot of the random construction, not just at this theme park, but at most theme parks that we see. It's gonna be a matter of time before we see the fire towers right up here. It's gonna be interesting and tricky to see if they can get the construction done before they place the fire towers. We didn't get any information on the ceremony just yet, but to be honest, I hope they did it like last year, where it's every 30 minutes there's like a little ceremony. That way, if you get here early, you're not gonna miss it. You can come back and see it throughout the night. So we finally know what this house is going to be, and yes, it is an original. Sorry guys, it's not gonna be Zombie Nacho Libre after all.
But my life is good, really good.
It is going to be Monstruos, the monsters of Latin America. We're so happy they're keeping the Latin theme. You know, last year this was La Llorona, which is a very popular maze. We now have a backstory, and we will encounter 3 Latin American monsters: Tlahuelpuchi, El Silbón, and La Lechuza. John Murdy also showed us what it looks like on the inside, some of the set dressings and set areas. And looks like they have added more details. This is a mausoleum. And kind of like the Day of the Dead, you know how you commemorate the dead. So we do have picture frames up there, pictures, candles, looks like some vases or dry flowers. From what we saw, this house is going to be incredible. You cannot go wrong with the originals. I feel like they do it right here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Just know that we're gonna be encountering a very large witch, Owl Witch, and her nest. It's incredible, it's amazing, it's gonna be so much fun. And just when you think it's over, as soon as you exit, just like last year when this was converted into Pueblo de Terror, Front Street is gonna be converted into El Terror de las Momias. So as soon as we exit here, you're gonna be battling the undead. It's gonna be a lot of fun, you guys. I am so excited. This Scare Zone was one of our favorites. Let's talk construction really quickly. Boom, look at this. So when we were here last week, they completely demolished the rest of the building. They still had that back wall over there where the sign is, where it says Universal City. You can see it when you go down the escalators. Now it looks like they're really getting in there again. They have to start with the foundation. It's gonna be really interesting to see a roller coaster come to life in this area. We'll get a closer look once we hop on the studio tour later, but it looks like they are marking some of these trees to be cut down. They do have to clear this area. If you guys saw the renderings, the roller coaster will go through here, that way. Oh, It's gonna be really fun. I do quickly want to mention for Halloween Horror Nights regarding tickets, there is a way for you to go inside Super Nintendo World during Horror Nights. It will be open from 7 to 10, but you have to get a specific ticket. You have to get the 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket. If you get that ticket, you will have access to Super Nintendo World during Halloween Horror Nights from 7 to 10 p.m. We made a whole separate video on the tickets if you want a complete breakdown of all the changes and the differences this year compared to last year. Don't forget to get your early access tickets before they sell out. Opening night, September 7th, is already sold out if we're not mistaken. So we're still missing a few announcements, 2 of them actually, but one of them is here at the Hudson Gates, the former Walking Dead area. For the longest time, the entire year pretty much, the rumor was that this was going to be Evil Dead Rise, and that is still a strong rumor today, Evil Dead Rise. I would not mind seeing that. We did enjoy the movie. It is gory, but I just have to ask, what if it isn't Evil Dead Rise? What if it's like Insidious or something? What? It's just a question, but anyways, this has to be one of the next announcements, along with the rumored Holidays in Hell, which is behind Transformers. Quick shout out to Ace, he's right there. I don't want to bother him because he's working, but we did get our caricature drawings live. We did that live on YouTube a few months ago, so make sure you guys have those notifications on, because we always like doing fun stuff like that at the parks. If you guys want to get your caricature drawing, we recommend doing it early in the evening, because towards the end of the night, they do get busy right there. And they do have another booth over at French Street as well. How fast are they gonna move with this construction? That is the biggest question, because there is a lot of construction going on outside of the park. Either way, we're just really excited that we're gonna get a roller coaster, another fun thrill ride as an addition to Universal Studios Hollywood. I'm sure everyone is gonna be so excited. Here's a current look at the wait times. It is 12:55. Summer is winding down, but I mean, it's still really busy. Just giving you guys a heads up, after August 13th, the park hours will change during the week. They still should be open late on weekends, at least until after Labor Day. 12:55, Harry Potter Forbidden Journeys at 90 minutes, Ollivanders 15, Flight of the Hippogriff 65, Studio Tour 45, Secret Life of Pets 50, The Simpsons 75 minutes, no virtual queue needed for Super Nintendo World, Mario Kart is an hour and a half. Jurassic World is at 90, Transformers 50, and The Mummy. Earlier, Transformers and The Mummy were both down at the same time, so when that happens, I would avoid the lower lot. We have new sippers. Check them out. They're actually pretty cool. $18, and you get free refills the day of purchase. And if you bring it back, it's about $11 to $12 to reactivate it for the day. Okay, quickly, I need to fuel up. It's lunchtime. Everything is busy, so I think I'm actually going to go with this chicken Caesar salad. Grilled chicken salad. They give you dressing at the cashier. I'm gonna go with this.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the coolest meal I ever saw. 2 salads.
Back over here at the Wizarding World. So the Death Eaters were extended till July 30th. And it looks like they have gotten rid of everything, because they are no longer going to be here for the rest of the summertime, at least summer. But I really do hope we get the same interaction with the Death Eaters for Halloween Horror Nights as we walk through here to get to the Lot H Curious George parking lot. Anyways, making our way down to the lower lot, and we have more details. Ooh, it looks really good. The official Last of Us house here at Halloween Horror Nights. Looks like we have letters and a sign right on top of the doorway. What does that say? Let's see if we can get a closer look. John Murdy did also say on Twitter that the Exorcist Believer will be inside Soundstage 22. So if we take a closer look, you got 16, 17, 18, and 19 back there. And these 4 right here will be 20, 21, and 22, and 23. You can see that's 23, which means the one right next to it on the left should be Soundstage 22, which makes perfect sense. I mean, we've been saying it for a while. Last year when we did Killer Clowns, we had to walk right through there to get to Killer Clowns. And when you would walk back there, the Soundstage doors were usually open and it was empty. There was nothing in there. And there is no filming for the foreseeable future because of the ongoing strike. So we are getting 4 houses down here in the lower lot, with access to 2 of them gonna be right down there. And then the other soundstage, Soundstage 15 on the left side of Transformers. And then The Last of Us. Oh my goodness. And the other unconfirmed house is the one right over there behind Transformers. All fingers are pointing that it's gonna be Holidays in Hell once again. So we made it up here to the refreshment bar, the Jurassic Park 30th refreshment bar, right above Jurassic Outfitters. One of our favorite things for Halloween Horror Nights that they've been doing is how they transformed this area into like a little bar, a little lounge area. So obviously last year with the whole weekend announcement, the Weekend After Hours Nightmare, which was a hit, they had to transform this area into the weekend inspired bar. The year before that, in 2021, I forgot what it was called, but it was just like a greenish, purplish, like a yellow neon zone area. It didn't really have it kind of had a theme, but they did have music up here and a bar. Last year they did have music and food as well. So the biggest question I have right now is the theme bar gonna continue this year, and what would it be? It's kind of, we can argue which house is gonna be the more popular house. I think obviously Stranger Things is just so popular right now. I don't see why they wouldn't give us an 80s inspired, 80s themed bar. If that is the case, you will find us up here a lot. We did get to do the Stranger Things experience when it was over in Montebello a few months ago, and we had such a fun time. Just give me 80s music and 80s aesthetic, Stranger Things themed drinks, and that's a win. I love it. What do you guys think? What kind of theme should they have at the bar this year? You wanna know what's really scary? Try getting a drink inside Starbucks. It is crazy in there. But at least you get to hear Megatron roast everybody. All right, you guys wanna talk merch real quick? Try my best to navigate through the crowds here. But here in the lower lot, it is gonna be so busy, you guys. Now that we know that Stranger Things is gonna be right behind in stage 15, right behind Transformers. Of course, then you have The Last of Us. And then we have The Exorcist Believer, which was also announced on Friday. Exorcist, based on the new Blumhouse movie, which comes out Friday the 13th. We're getting a house based on a movie that doesn't come out until 5 weeks later. They've done that before, but it's been a while. Interesting. And then the last house that hasn't been announced down here is gonna be the one right back here that we enter right through this way, which was the former Killer Clowns from last year. Again, we're assuming it's gonna be Holidays in Hell. It is gonna be madness down here. Early access, early access, early access. Totally worth it. Even if you don't have Express, I think just get early access. We're gonna be testing it out the first weekend, and we'll be vlogging that and bringing that to you guys to make sure we can help you plan the best Halloween Horror Nights of your life. But when it comes down to merch, do you remember how they used to transform that store, which is now the Super Nintendo World store? It used to be the studio store. They would transform it every year and decorate for Halloween. They don't have any more room down here. The only store where they have shelf space is the Transformer Supply Vault. And we have heard that they're gonna actually add Halloween Horror Nights merch in here. I don't think they're gonna completely transform the entire store, because you have Transformers right here and then you have the gift shop in front of the exit. I don't know where they're gonna put all the Transformers merch, but I believe we'll be able to buy some Halloween Horror Nights merch right here. And then we know for Halloween Horror Nights, what kind of food are we gonna get as well? Right next to Panda, are we gonna get a Surfer Boys pop-up pizza shop? Are they gonna transform Studio Scoops to Scoops Ahoy once again? Are they gonna theme it mostly Stranger Things? That's what I wanna know. I would not be mad. We would not mind whatsoever. Again, we've already rewatched Stranger Things 4 like 3 times. It is amazing. Inside the One Up Factory, I'm not sure how new these are. I don't think we've seen these before. But you can actually get the Universal Cup, the trophy. It is made of plastic. It says Mario Kart down there. Commemorate that you won or went on the ride. It is $24. $24. I'll have to double check to see if they have them anywhere else, but I haven't seen them anywhere else. I've only seen them in here so far. You guys know we love our pins, so they actually brought this collection, I want to say 2 summers ago. It was like their retro collection, throwback collection. These are actually really cool. Okay, so if you guys see these, if you collect pins like we do, get the mystery box pins because they're a great deal. There's 2 pins in here for $16. So they're $8 a pin. You do get 2. And these usually include a limited edition one. In this case, it's a Woody Woodpecker, which is all silver. We got this one on the first pull, on the first try. We also got Chili Willy, Scooby-Doo, and I think we got E.T. So I'm glad they brought these back. They also have them for the Jurassic Park 30th. Again, Crystal and I bought a box each. We were looking for the Chaser pin, the limited edition. In this case, it is the Chaser pin. It is the Chaser pin Ian Malcolm with the shirt open. We did not pull that one. The reason why I bring that up is because, you know, they're going to transform this area, hopefully, like last year, into all HHN merch. And last year we got so much merch, like literally tons of merch. I hope they do the same this year. And this is where they had the Halloween Michael Myers area. So they did have mystery box pins. They were Michael Myers themed. This year, I think they're gonna do Stranger Things. Mystery box is gonna be a Stranger Things edition. With almost every announcement, they do drop merch. So yeah, this came on Friday. Exorcist t-shirt, Exorcist Believer. It does say Exorcist on the sleeve. We shall fear no evil. And on the back, it does say Halloween Horror Nights. These are $30. They also dropped these glass cups. These are $15. I'd rather get this than that, to be honest. Here's a look at the Last of Us tee. If you haven't seen it, they'll say The Last of Us on the sleeve and Halloween Horror Nights on the back. They do have mugs, but the mugs have not been restocked. So those are the more popular items. It's the same thing, same design, it's just in a white mug. And we've had this Chucky shirt for months. They've had Chucky merch for like years now. And of course, the Vecna shirt for Stranger Things with the hat. So this is all we have so far. We know they have other merch already in the warehouse. We're just waiting for them to bring it out on the floor. If you check Orlando's website, you kind of get a sneak peek of what we're gonna get here as well. So far, I'm okay with the merch. I feel like the consensus is the same. We all agree we do not like the white t-shirts. Crystal and I do not usually wear white t-shirts because they get dirty really easily and stain and stuff like that. But we did hear that the Universal Monsters this year, the merch is gonna be a colored t-shirt, a black t-shirt. Hopefully it's not white. Another really cool thing that John Murdy teased on Sunday was the possible return of La Llorona and the Bride of Frankenstein. Not their own houses, but maybe some sort of scare interaction, or they'll be roaming around maybe a scare zone or something like that. And the reason for this, and we'll remind you, the Bride of Frankenstein 2 years ago, one of our favorite houses ever, beautifully done, beautifully created. But unfortunately, the bride did have to wear a mask, so we weren't able to see the full makeup, the full potential of what the bride would have looked like without a mask. So yeah, lots of teasers. We don't know exactly. John Murdy, he's never giving us full answers. He's always teasing us. But the possible return of La Llorona and or the Bride of Frankenstein somewhere in the park, incorporated into the event, oh, please bring it. We loved it. We all loved it. You wanna know what's even scarier than waiting for your Starbucks coffee? Coffee breath. All right, it's about to be 3 o'clock. I can use my Express. See you guys on the studio tour. They are huge construction updates. Let's go.
In the 80s, we had John Carpenter's horror movie The Thing in there, the Arctic Research Lab.
NASA's engineers didn't have filmmaking in mind when they built Mission Control, since there was no room for the elaborate camera cranes and tracking.
Minnie on your right, that belonged to Rowan Atkinson and Mr. Bean's Holiday. Bumblebee and Barricade up front. The yellow Duesenberg in the middle, it belonged to Brendan Fraser in the 1999 film or through the Halloween season. If you're a fan of getting scared, come to Horror Nights. If you don't like getting scared, please do not come to something called Halloween Horror Nights. That would be a mistake for you.
Over there, look into the winking well. Have your picture taken just like the kids in that old...
So breaking news, there we go. You guys saw the Tram construction. The part where they leave us right before the second set of picture cars, that is where they drop us off. That construction started today, this morning, so that is brand new. John Murdy did tease a picture of what might be coming. He didn't specify where these monsters might be, these fly-looking things, but there's a speculation that the Tram is gonna be themed to exterminators. So I think that's what it's gonna be. We're gonna get off the Tram, walk through the Bates Motel, War of the Worlds, Jupiter's Claim, and have to fight off these bugs. What do you guys think? Another announcement that was made on Friday was the Universal Monstruos Unmasked. And at Sunday's panel, we got a lot of information, more behind the scenes. Like we said in our other video, Universal Monsters has been one of our favorite houses time and time again because it's just so consistent and such a refreshing story, but it holds true to the original monsters and their backgrounds. So this year, I think we're most excited for that one, at least for myself. I'll speak for myself. I think I'm most excited for Universal Monsters Unmasked, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Invisible Man, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the theme of it, the story behind it. We're gonna be going into the catacombs underneath Paris. It's gonna be really exciting. That one is taking place over at the Curious George parking lot, Lot H, and Slash is back to compose the song for this one. Crystal did say her most anticipated maze so far is Stranger Things, and I couldn't agree with her more. I think, again, it's such a popular franchise. We love Stranger Things. We think Stranger Things 4 is perfect, a perfect house for HHN. Standards are high, but expectations, oh, I don't know. Nevertheless, I cannot wait to party in the 80s and try to escape Vecna. That does it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the Halloween Horror Nights 2023 updates. It is August 2nd. Again, we are less than 5 weeks away from opening night. Hopefully we get invited to Team Member Preview this year like we did last year. That would be incredible. What maze are you most excited for? We're still missing 2, the show announcement and the Terror Tram official announcement, as well as more merch drops. We've heard the merch is already here. They probably just have to make room for it, or you know, they're gonna bring it out eventually. So with that being said, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, MySpace, Threads, X is Twitter, X, whatever it's called now. But we try to post something different on each social media platform. We don't want it to be all the same. So we'll see you guys in the next video. The Cristal and Cris fam, we are closing in on 10,000 subscribers. We need to get there before September. Let's see if we can make it happen. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, everybody.